everybody, this is Nancy from Tales of the Ravenous Reader. I'm so very excited today because I have the lovely Katherine Weber who's with me. And she's her debut novel, The Heartbeats of Wing Jones. Look at how beautiful this cover is. And this is for the U.S. cover, and for those that are in the UK, we have them both.
I love
so
both
pretty.
of them.
They are very pretty. Look at these sprayed edges, so very pretty. And they kind of go with each other.
Yeah.
You know, they do. They have even the same colors and everything. So they're very cute. So I read this book and absolutely loved it. Was hooked right from the beginning.
Thank you.
And it's a story about a tragic event that occurs and how that tragedy changes this girl's life.
Yep.
And yes, it's sad, but it's also funny.
Thank you.
And romantic and a bit magical and also very inspiring.
Thank you.
So what inspired you to write this novel about a girl who takes a tragedy and turns it into a personal triumph?
Thank you so much. I'm super excited to be interviewed. So I'm currently in San Francisco, and I'm when Nancy asked if she could interview me, I was like, yes, thank you so much.
Thank you,
very excited. So I knew I wanted to write about a girl runner, and then I was like, well, what is it about her that makes her special? What is it about makes her running special? So I knew I needed kind of a catalyst, and I started to think. So Wing, the title character, came to me first, and then her older brother Marcus, who does something terrible that results in a tragedy. He came next, and kind of when I was thinking about it and brainstorming, and I was thinking, what if someone you loved unconditionally did something horrible? Like, how would you respond to that? You know, someone that you absolutely idolize, you know, whether in Wing's case it's her brother, if it was a parent or a close friend. So I wanted to explore that. And I'm also a big believer that people, especially teenagers and especially teenage girls, are stronger than they think they are. And so I think, you know, when she really needed to kind of dig deep and find this kind of inner strength in herself, you know, she was able to do that. So yeah, I just wanted to explore that, and like I said, you know, just thinking to how much I think teenage girls are awesome, and you know why she was running, and family dynamics. So yeah, that's where that came from.
So what I admired a lot about this book is those relationships, those supportive relationships that Wing had. I don't know if she didn't have that, how things would have turned out. She has this family, her brother that she idolizes, and his relationship that he has with his girlfriend is like that goal that she wants for herself. Her grannies are absolutely amazing. The comedic relief in this story that I love seeing, her grandma Lau Lau. Is it Lau Lau? And her granny Dee. So I love Granny Dee. Those two together were so much fun. And even the relationship that she had with her, like, running mentor, Erica? Because that was such a potential for something to be a little bit more catty. At least when I was beginning with that, I was thinking, oh my goodness, it's going to be kind of, and it wasn't at all.
Yeah, it's so interesting you say that, actually, because when I was drafting it, and so initially, the relationship between Wing and her, but she meets a girl later on who's on her track team, Eliza, she... Oh,
I'm so sorry.
That's fine.
Sorry.
You're all good. No worries. I was like, I want to be really supportive, and at one point, I got editorial feedback. You know, maybe they should have a little more competition, and then so I wrote that in. They're like, nope, let's keep it supportive, and I'm so glad because I think it's really important to show, you know, how girls can be supportive of each other and can lift each other up. Yeah, exactly. So thank you for that, and I thank you as well for talking about Granny Dee and Lau Lau because I loved writing them. They, like I said, Wing came first, then Marcus, and then her Granny Dee and her Lau Lau, and I loved writing them. So
they were so entertaining because there was that bit of comedic relief that you needed, that bit of levity that you needed in the story sometimes when it would feel like a little, and you get like a little teary and everything. You know,
look at me laughing while you're like, I was tearing and I'm laughing over here.
Laughing over it because it was just so good. I just really enjoyed it, and I also enjoyed the fact that she was such a likable character, and that vulnerability that she had that you could relate to, and how that changed for her as she came into her own and came into something, you know, because like I always, you know, I think sometimes in myself, I think I'm like the parsley on the plate, like other people around me are always, you know, getting that attention, but I'm always that, like the little shy one on the side, and how I felt that with everything, with her running, she blossomed into this character that you're just like rooting for.
Oh, yes. Thank you.
I loved it. And how important was that for you to make sure, you know, that she turned out to be that kind of person that everybody like wanted, you know?
Yeah, well, thank you so much. And I realized we just met, but you are definitely not parsley. You are amazing. You are a star of the plate. But no, but I think that's a lot of girls, especially high school girls, can feel. You know, you feel like you've got, whether it's a sibling or a friend, and they're the one who's kind of the star of the show. And, for Wing at the beginning, she doesn't mind kind of being in Aaron's shadow, or not Aaron. See, look, I messed up my own character's name. It's being in Marcus's shadow.
Yeah.
She loves him and adores him, and she kind of feels like almost he shines so bright it makes her shine too. And it can be scary going into your own and kind of your own spotlight. Sometimes it's easier to kind of stay on the sidelines. So the event that happens was definitely a catalyst for her. But it was important for me I wanted to portray someone who goes through that journey, who realizes, oh, maybe I'm special too. Maybe I can be important too. So
that was it was wonderful. And what I liked, and I didn't realize, that those bits of magical realism between the dragon and the tiger.
Yeah.
Oh, lioness. Yeah. Lion, right? So what would be that are your guiding force if you were having some, personal moments that you needed a little bit more push?
So it's interesting. So a lot of people have asked, they're like, what are, so Wing, for anyone who hasn't read the book, so Wing does have kind of during times of crisis, kind of her, a dragon and a lioness kind of come to her that kind of, I interpreted kind of differently. More of almost kind of like imaginary friends and kind of like inner strength, that kind of it's how it's portrayed. And also for her, it's kind of her family influences kind of coming through for her in a way that she had never really thought about. So I think I would probably also choose a dragon, just because I think dragons are amazing. Like, who would not want a dragon, coming up with you, to make you feel inspired and push you. And also there's something about a dragon where they're really powerful, but also Wing's a little intimidated of her dragon too. So I think, it definitely drives her in that force. I would choose a dragon. And I also have said, so the dragon is, I said this at an event, I'm like, so like a real dragon? I was like, wait, dragons aren't actually real. But for me, it's a combination of kind of the, Wing's dragon is a combination of kind of Western and Eastern dragon. So she's got the kind of Chinese dragon body, like quite long, but then she's got bigger wings. So because it's my imaginary dragon, I can imagine it however I want. Yeah. What about you?
Oh my goodness. Well, I do like dragons, but every time I think of a dragon for me, because I always think that they're like the animal that you would want to you be able to fly. You can breathe fire. People be scared of you, and then people love you. I would like to be like Toothless.
Oh yes, I love that.
Toothless is my favorite, but I can't believe that I can't think of that there's an animal for myself. Now maybe a giraffe best depicts everything.
I love that.
And awesome. So last but not least, I'd like to know if you are working on something presently, and if you could tell us about it.
Absolutely. So I do have a second book coming out next year. So sometime I think between spring and summer. We don't have a confirmed date or a title. But I can tell you the main character's name is Reiko Smith-Morey. So it is set in Palm Springs. It's another contemporary with a slight touch of magical realism. The idea being, if you enjoyed Wing Jones, hopefully you'll enjoy this current untitled one. And it is a breakup novel, so it's about a very beautiful, popular girl who has family secrets, and she gets her heart broken by the person she thought she could trust the most. It's kind of an exploration of what it means to be a teenage girl and the power and pressures and pitfalls that kind of come along with that. And again, it's like a strong family dynamic, strong female friendships as well, and a lot of self-exploration. Reiko is definitely, I love Wing, so I wrote her, but I love her, but she's definitely a bit more naive, more innocent. Reiko is a bit older, she's 17, whereas Wing is 15, turning 16, and she's just a little more kind of jaded and wizened. So it was interesting, going into completely different characters' head. So so that's book 2.
Exciting. So we can't wait for that.
Thank you.
I'm so excited because we just love this so much.
Oh, thank you.
Can't wait. So I'm going to then enjoy the rest of my evening with Katherine and Jandy Nelson. Yay!
I'm so excited. Love Jandy. Thank you so
excited.
much.
So thank you for stopping by, and make sure to come back and see us again, okay? Bye!